Okay, I'm in the village of Kibber, and it's a pretty cool little place. It's not as remote as Demure, but it's got a couple of homestays. But it's hard going still. we're at altitude. But yeah, it's very typical Tibetan village of this area, where it's just little walking tracks. It's really it's quite tough going, but look at these little homes. Wow, I'm trying to get to the top of the hill, but holy dooly, I'll keep going up. Looks like there's a temple on the top of the hill, so I'm sort of aim for that. Here is the Kibber Primary School. This is their playground. They got some pictures of some birds up there. They got a little timetable written up of their lessons for the day. But this is it. It's just this one building here. And then once you finished your day at school, you come back home. I guess it's hard to chuck a sickie if you're living right next to the school. And if you had some time, you just walk up to the top of these mountains around here, follow that ridge line along, sit up the top of there. Look at these mountains. Hello. So, Queen and Ella, I heard that you asked Dad if you could come here when you were older and if it would still be here. Well, I can guarantee you that by the time your mum and dad let you come travelling by yourself or with them, this place will still be here. This place has been here for centuries, and this place will remain here for centuries, pretty much exactly as it is. Up here in the smaller villages, nothing's changing in a hurry. Look at these buildings. They got this mud colour. When they first build them, they paint them white with blue around the windows. But as the mud and the thatching on the roof of the insulation, as that mud, if it gets rain and snow, then that mud all washes down and makes the buildings look all muddy. And then they'll give it a lick of paint again, so it'll look nice and white. And then the next winter, the snow, as that snow melts, it'll wash that mud and make all the buildings look muddy again. So you can see those that have, I guess, maybe the money or the time or the energy to paint their buildings. But I guess for the others, they don't really care too much. It's always the women doing the work in these little villages. Doesn't matter. Doesn't seem to matter where you are in the world. It's always the women doing the farming, carrying the bricks or whatever, and you usually see the men sitting around on their haunches smoking cigarettes. See this in the front of all these houses. This is where they'll keep their cows or mules. Seen some goats. So yeah, I'll lock them up into all these little pens. Think of this as like a row of apartments. Imagine this in London. Yeah, two-story building. You got your little front door. And instead of a courtyard for a barbecue and some pims, you put your cow, and then you collect its dung, you dry it out somewhere, and you've got heating. Here we go. Oh, is that a yak? Or just a hairy cow? Also used for drying your clothes. Hello, yak cow. What are you? Look at this little bank of a apartment building here. Apartment living. Inner city living at its best. You know what I've noticed wandering around even the most remote Tibetan village? They're doing absolutely fantastic stuff with recycling and rubbish collection. Everywhere you go. All around the place, on every little corner. And they're really good at doing their recycling and keeping the place clean. There's no rubbish anywhere to be seen around here. The rest of the world could learn a fair bit from these guys. Hello. Hey. Another post box. Is this the second highest post box in the world? Nobody's posing in front of it. The Kibber post office. Here we go. There's nobody here. We're at 4,170, and I think the highest one was at 4.5 or something. So yeah, it doesn't quite get there, but here's another cow yak. I think it's a yak. These big bags, these are all full of manure. So they've gone and collected it, and they'll bag it, and then they'll lay it out and dry it somewhere. There goes a hairy donkey. Get up, mutt. And if you want, you can stay here. Here you go. There's a couple of homestays. Right, that's my little tour of Kibber village. It's a really pretty little place, and despite what people told me to go elsewhere for a more authentic feel, I really feel like wandering around there's a hell of a lot to get out of coming to Kibber. So anyway, I'm going to hit the open roads on my hog, and it's getting late in the day. So we'll just head off for a bike ride through the Himalaya. Why not? Hello. Hey. How are you? Fine. You're good. Okay.
Which place you are going?
Kaza.
Gaza?
Yeah.
Kibber sir?
I came from Kibber.
Okay.
Kibber to Kaza. Okay. Have a good day.
Nice to
Okay.
meet you.
Nice to meet you. Bye. Right on. Hey dog.